Butterfly Blessings, and I am working on Do the Thing challenge today, and toy with Restream. So to answer two questions as part of the Do the Thing challenge, we are going live daily doing different dares. So I'm actually behind on my dares. Worked this week a lot. Um, some of my goals that I am working on, trying to accomplish for my podcasting and my business. So, Butterfly Blessings, the podcast, is a divinely inspired podcast that I just love inspiring others and sharing my life experiences and stories about things that have happened in the past or are happening and going on in my everyday life to help encourage others. And it's a business that God gave me as far as an assignment. There's, I think sometimes we think small on the spectrum sometimes with things that we think about that we want to do or how far it can go. But, with God, things can go, beyond our wildest dreams. I know that I definitely want to use my voice to help others, to help encourage others, to know that we all go through things, whether it's death, loss, abuse, divorce, health issues, whether it's cancer, whatever it is. We all may go through things, but the God that I serve, He is an amazing God. Some of the things I mentioned are things that I have been through in my life, in different stages of my life. Coming up from a child to a teen to an adult, there's been different things that I've experienced that, were different struggles, and some of them were traumatic experience. And when I was going through those things, I looked at them and perceived them a whole lot different then than I do now. So that's why for me, it's very important for me to be able to share those experiences with others that may be going through. Where these go? Gosh, I would love to go. I would love to write a book. I, would love to see my business go into the podcasting, go into opening an online store, and going into, of course, having merchandise. I would love, and which I already have enough, but I would like to also still have another nonprofit entity or a foundation per se to help others. I would love to have a camp, maybe a summer camp, or a support group for women, a summer camp for girls. There's so many different things, ideals that I have, and sometimes I say with my thoughts and my imaginations, they're always so big, but there's nothing that is impossible with God. He makes the impossible possible, right? Um, so those are some of the things that I would love to see come into fruition. And, I really truly believe a lot of those things um, will happen. But, you know, I, I didn't see myself having a podcast. This is something that God placed on me, that I want you to do this. I want you to use your voice to help people. Um, because a lot of times when we've been through so many struggles and been through so many things and have been beaten down and bruised and battered, a lot of times people look at us on the outside and they us as this wonderful, marvelous person, and they may see the materialistic part of things in our lives. And I'm a really simple person. I'm not a person that's impressed by titles that other people have, titles that I may have, in which there's nothing wrong with having titles. There's nothing wrong with having beautiful things. There's nothing wrong with having money. There's nothing wrong with any of that. That's a great thing to have. Um, I know that it's something that and you leave this earth that you're not going to take with you. You only enjoy it while you're here, for whatever time you're here. But that's not anything that makes me the person who I am. I stand on my principles, my morals, and my foundations as a person. um, I try to be a positive person, a person of character, and I try to uplift and support and encourage other people. And even knowing that sometimes, and I always say, as an adult, we even I have adult children, and sometimes, when you have to, and I tell the people that don't have kids, it, it's a learning thing, because I was a young mother. But kids, grandkids, those are people that you learn, that you raise them, and you want to teach them and show them and raise them up the way that they should go. And being a person of faith, talk to them about the Lord. And but when they grow up, you know they have their own free will and their own mind. And sometimes you have to just continue just to pray and pray hard for them. You can no longer make decisions on their life. But sometimes there may be another young person or somebody else that you may need to reach out a hand and grab and support them and tell them, baby, come on. And you mentor and support and encourage them. And somebody else may reach back and grab your baby and do the same thing with them. Because sometimes it comes a point where, you know, they listen to the support of somebody else, you know. Um, but that is my spiel on pretty much what I want to do and see come into fruition with my goals. And one other thing, I want to definitely finish my bachelor's ministry course, and that's something else that was a God assignment. Um, um, yeah, that's something else I want to complete. And the second dare, I'm going to go ahead and do that question, was to talk about or share a favorite or book, a podcast, or a video that you like. I love to read. I even have Audible. I haven't been reading as much as I usually do. As far as books, the main book that I usually read, if any book, every day is the Bible. And when I pick up the Bible, I learn something new all the time. Um, because I understand a lot more about the word of the Bible than I used to. Um, Lately, I have been reading in the book of Judges, Judges 4. Been reading about Deborah, the judge, who's a female judge, and she is a prophet, and she is a mighty leader. And she judges under the palm tree. And yeah, so that is, as far as books, that's one of my main books. But like I said, I do really love to read, and I've actually listened to a lot of my fellow dare doers that are active in this Do the Thing challenge, and they have had some interesting books and interesting reads that I think that I